Hi Capricorn, Enchantress here, master weaver of mystery suspense thrillers as well as broadcaster of astrology. Thank you for being here with me today, lending me your ears, your eyes, and your time. I know it is valuable. Therefore, I will be sharing valuable information with you that will help you navigate the upcoming challenges of the month. If you'd like to learn more about Enchantress, the author, you can hit the down bar. All of my links are there, as well as the links for the healing chakra beads and the links for the sun catchers. Please don't hesitate to like the video and subscribe to the channel, as it does help me grow. Now, let us get into why we are here today, which is to help you grow by going over Gemini season, actually June in its entirety, so it includes a bit of Cancer season as well. But Gemini season is here from May 21st to June 20th. The mutable air sign of Gemini is ruled by Mercury, making Gemini all about networking and communication. This is a fun, curious sign that loves to mingle, and with Mercury at its helm, they're naturals when it comes to learning new skills or connecting with those that can assist them in opening these channels. Now, this month you're prompted to take a page out of the book of Gemini. Listen, learn, explore, and network. In order to expand your business this month, you're required to poke your head out of your shell, even if you're in quarantine somewhat. Now, using the World Wide Web is going to be your best bet, allowing you to reach far and wide right from the comfort of your own home. So, it's time to find the connect. Catch my drift? Let's get into the major transits, where some of the major planets will be transiting. Now, we know that Uranus, planet of shocks, revolution, and surprises, is in Taurus. The planet of, it reigns over our love, our money, our resources, finances, and things like that. Uranus is going to semi-sextile Chiron at 9 degrees Taurus on June 10th. This could bring a sudden or unexpected opportunity to recover from a financial loss, maybe even a chance to heal a broken relationship with a family member or a significant other. Now, some could find themselves, though, the receiver of an enticing proposition that you know could ruin a relationship with a spouse, a lover, or a relative. So please be mindful of your dealings, especially around that time. Now, the sun is in Gemini at the start of June, keeping your focus on learning new avenues of creating success. Gemini is prompting you to be fun and sharp-witted with your business endeavors. When it enters Cancer at 0 degrees on June 18th, it's a time that you might prefer to stay at home, nurturing those around you. You could slack off as to your professional goals a bit, preferring to enjoy the things around your abode that bring you contentment. Regardless, with Cancer, you're going to deal with home anyway, because Cancer is associated with the home. Now, Mercury, the planet of communication, skills, sales, intellect, it goes retrograde on June 18th in the sign of Cancer at 14 degrees. Be discerning as to whom you have dealings with, okay? Business or otherwise. You may find yourself in the midst of underhanded, lazy characters who mean to misuse your talents. People in high places who get there through little effort of their own, okay? In other words, I want you to look out for the charlatan. This is going to be retrograde until July the 12th, from June 18th till July 12th. So remember, because it's retrograde, you will also be dealing with people that you've dealt with in the past before as well. Those people you will be revising things with, reviewing, rehashing things with them. Now, Venus, the planet of romance, finances, abundance, pleasure, it remains retrograde in Gemini. The way you go about putting things into action is in question. Some will get a chance to deal with the same issues again. Will you handle them as you did in the past? And if so, did you even receive your desired result? If not, this is a chance for you to shift the outcome. Now, talks about finances are a big focus during this time. So I don't recommend you making any drastic changes in your finances unless it's scaling back. Okay? Now, I also ward against any drastic changes as to your appearance during Venus retrograde. You simply might not have a taste for it once the planet goes retrograde. Venus, the planet of romance and finances, abundance, it goes retrograde in Gemini on June the 25th. This is a position of wealth, success, and fame, and intelligence. All these areas are free to progress toward a steadfast abundance. Now, Venus, you know what? Actually, if you get my newsletter, I believe I said Gemini until June 25th, and that's a mistake. Please forgive me that faux pas. Gemini, Venus goes direct in Gemini on June 25th. Okay, that's when it ushers things forward. Okay, forgive me that misstep. Now, Neptune. Neptune, the planet of fantasy, inspiration, dreams, even illusions, goes retrograde in June on the 23rd. Now, this transit will, of course, affect Pisces the most because they're ruled by Neptune. But it could put us in a lazy mood, a bossy, sharp-tongued mood. And that is because Mars is there as well. Okay? So try not to fall into the trap of holding yourself back and blocking your blessings by with your mouth. Mind your words and your manners. Now, Mars, the planet of challenges and energy, enters Aries at 0 degree, where it is exalted on June 27th. This is a powerful time for Aries and Scorpio, who are ruled by Mars. Even as a collective, our competitive drive is back, Capricorn, okay? So this is good for all of us. Our ability to overcome hardships is heightened. This will incite more protests because people will have the courage to fight for their rights. Your libido might be in overdrive, so just try not to allow yourself to be seduced by a snake in the grass. You know, you could stand to lose everything, really. Now, Jupiter, I'm so sorry if you hear my grass being mowed. I apologize. Jupiter quintiles Chiron at 8 degrees Aries on June 1st. This could bring success in a health regimen. A chronic ailment that usually bothers you could subside during this transit. By the way, a quintile is when two planets are 72 degrees apart, forming a harmonious aspect. Now, Jupiter is conjunct Pluto at 27 degrees Capricorn on June 30th. This conjunction is favorable for making great strides in literature, education, and philosophy. However, you must be willing to learn, to study, to try new things. Okay? Word of advice, your wit is sharp. Be sure your tongue doesn't match. Capricorns can be very direct, and that's the energy we're going to be under. That's the energy we are under. You know, Jupiter is retrograde in Capricorn until September the 23rd. Okay? Now, Saturn is retrograde in Aquarius until September 29th. As you know, Saturn is the planet of restrictions, responsibility, even karma, good or bad. Your actions help determine how your karma plays out. In this position, there's a danger of short-lived romances following up one's karma, okay? So success can be achieved, but one must abide by principles, okay? So be careful of the relationships you get yourself into. Again, I apologize. I feel so bad for my lawn is being done right now, and it's super loud. Now, Pluto, the planet of rebirth, renewal, and resources, is retrograde until October the 4th. This is a time of transformation for the collective. Be gentle with yourself. In the coming months, our faiths will be tested. Don't allow yourself to be bound mentally by fear. Don't be easily deceived. Do your homework before believing media and social propaganda, as it will be shoved in our faces from all directions. We as a collective are at a vulnerable point in our lives. We as individuals must do our part by keeping up our hopes and maintaining our mental health, as well as doing what we can to be a part of the solution as opposed to perpetuating the problem. Now, the silver lining is that Pluto, being conjunct Jupiter, does help us to keep our eyes on the prize while facing the upcoming shifts in our personal and business lives. I implore you, keep a kind heart. The world needs compassion, as does our entire human race. Okay? Now, the full moon on June 5th is in the mutable fire sign of Sagittarius at 15 degrees. This will be a partial lunar eclipse in the South Node. The South Node is your karma, your past life experiences. You've been there, you've done that. It's time for you to learn and move on from there. A reevaluation of beliefs is upon us, okay? The full moon brings things to a culmination. This moon is squared by Mars and Neptune over here in Pisces, okay? So this is where the moon is. It's squaring there. It's a lunar eclipse opposing the sun as well. Now, the new moon on June 21st is in the cardinal water sign of Cancer at 0 degrees. This will be a partial solar eclipse in the North Node. The North Node is where you're trying to go in life without being, corrupted by the money and the power that comes with it as you attain it. The new moon brings opportunities and fresh starts. So it's a solar eclipse. This is blocking the sun. Now, let's go over how all of these things are going to affect your sign directly. Capricorn. I'm hoping this is not so loud that I have to do this video over again, depending on how much my guilt weighs on my conscience. Okay, Capricorn. Capricorn ranges from December 22nd to January 19th. On June 1st, Jupiter, the planet of luck and expansion, is quintile Charon in Aries, squaring your sector of home and family. You could have a blow up over an old argument with a family member. Charon brings up old wounds. Jupiter brings luck and accomplishments with healing. So the square simply says that you'll face challenges, but you'll be able, you can get it done, So with that Jupiter there. The month begins with the Sun and Mercury, the planet of communication skills, intellect, sales, in Gemini. This puts the spotlight on your sector of work and health. Work is definitely on your mind, and so is your exercise regimen. Make the necessary changes because, the North Node is there. It's asking you to be the best version of yourself you can possibly be, Capricorn. We're here to evolve. So let's do that, by all means. Now, the full moon in Sagittarius on June the 5th squares Mars, as I said, and Neptune over there in Pisces. This affects your area of solitude as well as your sector of communication and siblings, okay? But there's a sextile lending you positive energy, which means good communication, in those areas. It could bring you an opportunity, okay? So that could be your saving grace in actuality. Now, once the Sun on June the 20th and Mercury on June the 18th move into Cancer, the focus is in your area of relationships and partnerships. So an ex-friend or otherwise may return. The new moon in Cancer on June 21st ushers in a fresh start in a partnership. On June the 23rd, Neptune goes retrograde in Pisces, aspecting your sector of communication and siblings, but you have a sextile there. The universe wants you to heal this relationship. Communication regarding a long-held aspiration could be put back on the table now, Venus, the planet of love, finances, and romance, is going direct in your 6th house of work and health on the 25th. You get the green light at work, and so do your finances. So it's a perfect time, maybe to start a new health regimen as well. So we're ready for Venus to go direct. I know I sure am. Now, we also have Mars moving back into Aries in your area of home and family. It's going to be squaring your area of home and family on June 27th. So let's hope you've already learned these lessons that you'll be facing. Now, last but not least, the Jupiter-Pluto conjunction on June 30th will be impacting your area of image and identity. The opportunity for a rebirth is upon you. It's time for a new you to emerge, Capricorn. Okay, and remember that Saturn is still there in Aquarius, so you're still going through those challenges in balancing your personal finances. You know, the money you hold yourself, the money you make. Okay, so pass these tests and you'll do better in that area. With Mercury being retrograde from the 18th of June until July 12th, this is a time to work on things, not a time to launch. Okay, let me get out of here. I'm already I really apologize again for the tractor, the mower going like that, and I'll see you next month. Be safe, Capricorn. I love you.